Well, it's been a really incredible 5-6 weeks, I guess. We're nearly in. We've got last little bits of detail to do. The paint's going on both inside and out. I was going to do it later, but I decided to just hook in and start doing it. So we've gone for a bit of a light, sort of a creamy colour. A little bit brown, but nice. It'll go really nice with the chocolate, go nice with the front fence. But I can't wait to show you the rest of the house because look, it's just looking amazing. It really is coming up nicely. A little bit of clean-up work to do, but you can see they've started moving all their stuff out. So this is our master bedroom. Very gloomy. I can't wait to get some furniture in here and see if that fixes things up. Or some carpet or something. So that'll be the lounge room, dining room, kitchen. We still need the cupboards and the drawers and stuff to be put in here, but that's certainly off to a good start. We're going to lift that stove up and pick up a fridge, and the fridge will sit. Fridge will sit there. Oh. The bathroom with the flushing toilet. Now, I'll show you something about that. Hot water, we've got an exhaust fan in there now, so it doesn't get quite as steamy and hot. We're still going. We've still got more work to do. The painting is happening out in Jonathan's room, and that's got a little bit to do. We've got a second toilet that's going to go out in the backyard. Well, not in the backyard, but it's going right there. We've made a little platform for it so that we can have a proper sit-down toilet for the second room. And because the doors weren't in good condition, the builder's gone and he's reskinned the doors and making them nice. We're still going to keep one standard toilet because there's only 3 of us living in the house, and occasionally a few of Fee's staff will be around here helping her cook. And that's why the back bathroom is really important, because it gives her access to, this is my workshop at the moment, but this will be her commercial kitchen. This is where she prepares all the food for the school that she runs a canteen at. So these rooms have been sealed and gyprocked. They haven't been sanded back, and we're using for storage and tools and stuff at the moment. In the next few days, we're going to start moving stuff. I'm hoping today that we can get at least 1 or 2 of these side rooms completed, because I really want to start moving stuff on the weekend. We've got Nyepi tomorrow. It's Nyepi Eve, New Year's Eve, Bali style today. So that means tomorrow morning from 6 a.m. you can't walk out the front door. You can't do anything. You can't go anywhere. You're not allowed to make a noise. You're not allowed to have any light or sound coming from your house. So things are going to be pretty quiet. The only people allowed on the streets are ambulances and police, or the Pechalang, the local village police. And luckily we've got one of them living right next door, so he's going to keep an eye on us. But I'm also really happy to talk about this, because I tell you what, it's quite a mission to get them to take away the building waste. This whole yard was just chockers full of building waste, and it was difficult to get someone to look after it for us. But I want to show you this. So the mate Steve came up the other day and he's put this ultrafiltration system on. Now I've got to do the lid for it and make it look nice, but that's another one-day job. That's not super urgent. Now we've got the front gate and everything all up, so it's nice and safe. Obviously some poor kids throwing their basketball over the window, and it's got stuck on my side and they couldn't get in the fence, so I'll just leave it there and I'll find it. But yeah, just to find a guy that could take away the building waste. And I tell you what, one of those little black Suzuki carry trucks, the springs were going back the wrong way, and the back tyres were looking a hell of a lot less inflated than the front tyres. I'm not saying he was overloaded, but the sides of the truck were all covered in more pieces of fibro and stuff to build it up so he could actually get the last of it on. And luckily, the only way we found him was actually we had to pay a guy $10 to go and pick up the stove that we picked up. It's a great little stove. It's reconditioned, and it was only $400, full-size oven, big burners on top, so that'll be nice for a bit of fancy cooking. I love my pavlova and stuff like that, so we'll get in there and get a bit of Western food happening on that. We're going to have a barbecue probably just here, and a nice outdoor chair and table, and maybe even like in a day lounge or something out the back here, so we can just kick back and relax. I've got some plans. I'd love to be able to put a spa or a little pool or something over the side here, but that might be a little bit further away than local. But I tell you what, in a hot summer's afternoon, or just in the middle of the day when you're stinking hot, just to jump in the spa and just cool down, cool your body temperature down. Won't be a hot spa, you won't need one of them over here, so it'll be cheap to run. And I want to cover this whole backyard in plants as well, and maybe have a wall of herbs. I love herb gardens. And we have some rosemary and some thyme and stuff like that all draping down over the sides. So this will be nice and green, and there'll be some ferns and some palms and stuff like that. Maybe some banana trees, I don't know. There was a big tree in the middle here, and I believe it was an avocado or it was a mango. I think it might have been a big mango tree. But this backyard, this is going to be our little enclave of spiritual sanctity, or just a nice little garden area, a man cave. And I'm really, really looking forward to it because it's something you don't normally get in Bali. You don't get just a place to sit outside and be yourself until you start getting up into the expensive real estate. And I certainly haven't been in that for the last year and a half or so. So look, things are just about smashed. I'm so excited. We've got a couple of days off with Nyepi, so I thought, well, I'll get in there while I can and do a little bit more painting. I think the builders might be coming today because I've asked them if it's possible we can start moving stuff on the weekend. So I think they'll be popping in shortly. It's pretty early, it's about 7:30 in the morning. They normally get here about 8 o'clock. Geez, I tell you what, they work hard though. But now you probably all tell me I'm doing this wrong. I tell you what, if you think I'm doing it wrong, you can always jump on a plane, come over and help me. It's amazing how many people have actually offered to come and help me, help work on the house. And I really want to thank those people. Because, look, it's not my area of expertise, but I'm having a good go at it, and I'm loving the journey. It's funny. I'm laughing at the Bunnings comments and the paint scrapers and all that sort of stuff, but it's just I want to share with you. I get so many people talking to me about moving to Bali and about how good it is and how amazing and where to live and all that sort of stuff. And I really want to get it across that it's not all beer and Skittles. I'm still waiting for my Skittles too, so I know someone's going to bring me some up shortly. But it's not easy, and it can be really hard to live. If you're into your Western comforts, your creature comforts, if you like your certain food groups and particular habits, if you love the Eastern food and you don't mind eating pretty much nothing but that, you love Bali. But sometimes my tummy gets a bit too sensitive for a lot of that stuff, and I'm getting better and better, but it's still not easy. So I find it hard just to go and grab something refreshing and easy during the day, just for lunch or for a snack, because their snacks are so carb based. It's not funny. I mean, my diabetes, I'm trying to keep away from carbs as much as I can. So I'm trying to, and there's no salad bars. There's some. Everything I say, someone's going to turn and say, oh, there's one in Canggu. I'm not going to Canggu which is an hour and a half each way just to get through the traffic for a damn salad. And you can buy lots of fresh produce and you can make your own. But I tell you what, in a little outdoor kitchen we've got and a small tiny fridge that's chock full of feeds, chicken and stuff that's used in the canteen, we don't have the room. So it's only been in the next few weeks we're going to start having a real, what I would consider a normal family life, where you've got a lounge room, a kitchen, and an area where you can set stuff up and work on projects, or an area where you can sit down and cook dinner and eat a dinner together as a family. Because that's another thing they don't generally do over here. They just grab their plate of nasi or something and they duck off to the bedroom, sit on a mattress on the floor, and tend to eat their dinner by themselves whenever they're ready, whenever they come home from school or from work or something. So it's very, very different from the daily workflow that we expect as Westerners. And I love that family time where you're sitting down at the table and you're all talking about how was your day, what you do at school, or how was work. And it's a good chance to reconnect. So I'm really, really searching and looking forward desperately to having what I see as a regular family routine, even though it's still going to be Balified, is that a word? And look, I love Jonathan and Fee, but their way of doing things and their way of looking at stuff is so different sometimes to what we do, that it can be very, very frustrating or difficult or challenging, I guess is probably the right word. It's not bad, but even just the way they talk, the putting the pronouns before the adjective. I don't know what it is, but it's different. And they say the key door, or instead of the door key, or things like that. The key bike. Have you seen the key bike? I've got a key bike. Is it a bike shaped like a key? Obviously, they mean the bike keys. But when they're talking quickly, you're trying to understand what they're saying. It's sometimes funny. Hey, listen, guys, I don't want to take too long. I just want to show you what's going to look like. That's the first bit of paint we're going on today on the outside. I'm not going to work too long because it's in the heat of the day. I'm just thought I'll get in here this morning, and I wanted to see if that colour's going to look good, and I think it looks magic. And the paint's really good because it covers really, really well. It's a nice thick paint. So I went for a half price paint. There's the $200 Dulux paints. There's the $65 El Cheapo paints. This one's about $100 something, and it's a decent brand, a reasonable decent brand on the cheaper end of decent. But by its coverage and by the way it's going on, I'm really happy with it. So we'll keep going with that. I'll keep you informed. I'm going to hook into. I can't do much tomorrow except maybe watch Netflix if the internet speed's not too bad. But every single person's stuck at home, so internet speeds generally either get turned down or they're nearly non-existent. All right for basic stuff, but not for streaming. But I've got a heap of videos that I've been trying to get finished that I'm going to start doing. So expect to see a whole heap of videos as I catch up with the system. I had a few issues with the computer, with memory and just physical data storage and space. So I've got hold of most of them, and we're working on them. Today I'm hooking into that. The builders will be here shortly to keep going with the internal rooms and the second toilet. We're so close to it. Look, I'm looking forward to it. I really needed it, and it's been such a pleasure having this little project.